No.
I forgot SummerSlam.
Are you ready?
Left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts
right here, right now.
This is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
You at Target with your mom. On the internet, still hating on my last post. I just said to stay back in Mastros. My God, Jordan need a couple hearses. Double homicide, kill the beat and a verse. Everybody living on the surface, but we came from the underground. Yeah, we deserve it. Far from the minimum, killing them with no whittling. And 5'9" was the middleman to get them in the same room. Now we on the same tune, and we still the game doomed. The illest lyrics is on the same shit. Rap back, clap back on that gang shit. Do it for the love of rap, not for the same shit. One time for the Grammy that I never got. 2 times for the garden that I sold out. 3 times for the street crimes that I committed. Yeah, I did it, but thank God that I made it out. 4 times, cause I'm a fucking bastard. 5 times, blunting with my last shit. 6 times for the beats and the rhymes. Fuck the heat and the crime, keep the peace like a waistline.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Ox Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Wee! Go Hogs!
Stop! It's the motherfucking remix!
Well, we're back at it again. Another episode of Hog HQ Live, brought to you by the Hog Talk Podcast. Before we get started, let me introduce these gentlemen. This gentleman here, this is Adam. Yeah. And this gentleman here, this is Mr. Hart. I'm DP. Look. Is there anything you want to say? Because I just want you guys to know. He made it his business to pull out his Hog Pick'em belt that he won last year. So he want to make sure that everybody sees it this year.
No, I'm good. I mean, it speaks for itself.
This is the shit I be talking about. So if you don't know real quick, and I'll get back into the intro. So every year this past year, right? This past year we started like a hog pick'em, which is basically like the top college games and the top NFL games. So basically we did a pick'em. Everybody picks the team they're gonna win. Well, it came down to it. These two gentlemen on the side of me, they were the final contestants. I was not last. That honor goes to Porter Hayes.
Just throw that out there.
I have to keep mentioning that I wasn't last. But either way, these gentlemen were the last two ones who was going for the championship belt, and it came down to the Super Bowl game. Actually, that's how close it was. It was one game off, so came down to the championship game. And you see the gentleman who won it. He won.
Football season's coming up. It's SummerSlam weekend. I'm not going to be paying attention to the comments just in case, because I know some of our folks like to spoil things. So
okay.
We'll see.
Gotcha. All right, but back to the intro. Y'all know how we do it. Per usual. Tell a friend and we're back again with another episode of Hog HQ Live. Look, summer sessions. Tell a friend, tell somebody. Summer sessions, this is season 2, episode 3. This evening, we are going to be going to position groups. This is where we're going to start our session of position groups. Tonight, we start off with linebackers and DBs. We'll go dive into who's on the depth chart, try to get a feel for who these guys are, look at who the starters are, look at who may make an impact, who we may be looking for to make a jump this year in talent, and possibly who can get drafted from these groups. So look forward to having this discussion.
And if y'all need any shirts for this season.
And what does that shirt say so the people know?
Mediocrity, live it, love it, deal with it. And it's in the Razorback font that they're so proud of.
And where can they get that if they choose to get this shirt?
Oh, I think I have a little, because they won't let me change the store name. Boom.
tpublic.com, user Hog Talk.
But you can get your Hog Talk shirts, HQ shirts, other Arkansas related shirts.
You can get a Northside shirt and a Pine Bluff High shirt.
Not Pine Bluff.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Man, why? Your boy do you dirty, man. It's your boy, you do you dirty, man.
It'll probably say Crime Bluff with a zebra on it or something.
Wow. See how you do? Notice I didn't throw any slander on anybody's high school. Why? Because
yours doesn't exist.
That part. So yeah, we're gonna keep moving. All right, shout out to the Eagles 9-8. Look, all right, boom. So let's get into it, guys.
Wait, all right, quick.
Wait up. We got some bills to pay before we get into it.
Yeah, new announcement. Boom.
New shit.
FanDuel.
Pay attention.
Pay attention, folks. Doing things.
Fall Saturdays, college football, fall Sundays, NFL. And with FanDuel, you can bet both like a pro. Whether you're stacking a same-game parlay on Arkansas or sweating a last-minute field goal in the NFL, FanDuel puts the power in your hands with live odds, quick bets, and easy cash outs. New customers even score bonus bets just for signing up. So if you bleed Cardinal red and ride with your favorite NFL squad, make every down count. FanDuel, make every moment more.
Shout out to FanDuel. Hey, shout out 8/24/25. You seen at the beginning, I'm going to go back and come forward.
Mm-hmm.
We got the new layouts coming. So just pay attention to all little bitty things that may happen week to week before we get to 8/24/25. Cody, shout out to Cody watching us on Facebook. Hogs are winning 8 to 9 games this year. Receiving core and running backs look good. Love your optimism. Love the optimism. Anything can happen at this point. Sam Pittman could be fired by the damn 4th game. We could be 8 or 9 wins this year. We could go 500. Anything is possible. As Kevin Garnett said.
Forget about it, cuz. Forget about it, cuz.
Said forget about it, cuz. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
R.I.P. Paul Walker.
There you go. All right, boom. Let's go ahead and get into it. Pop up these position.
Hey, we got other stuff first.
We do.
We're gonna have to get used to not having topics on screen.
I know, right? Well, look,
Yeah.
hold on. There was a clip of a former Razorback.
Correct.
At his new institution. I guess they had, part of their practice and they was talking to the media. And the gentleman chose to answer a couple questions, but it seems like a little shade, if you will, was being thrown.
A little pettiness, if you will.
There you go. Say the name, too.
From the SEC, what are some of the noticeable differences just in your short time here?
I say the community, to be honest. The community around here is great. The locker room, that's a big difference. At Arkansas, after practice, everybody would just leave 15 minutes in after you get back in for practice. here, it's probably still guys in there right now just playing, talking, chopping it up, making sure you're okay, or playing ping pong or something like that, goofing around, and which I love that. Like, I'm a goofy person, so I kind of like that about this place. And the coaches are different. I just love it.
And learning this offense and working with Coach Dan Brock, what is that experience like in terms of just trying to get better?
I got a long connection with Coach Dan Brock, so I kind of like it, like finally actually being on the field with him. The offense is it's more complex than Bobby's offense that I was used to be honest. It's a lot more things you can do. Bobby's offense, one receiver knows what he's got a route. You know he got that route. You probably won't run that route. This offense, you could run that route. So you got to know what everybody else does on the field, and you just got to know everything. And I like that.
See, Bobby, not even Coach Petrino.
Yeah, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby. In Arkansas, locker room talk. Transplant text with the comment, watching us on YouTube. Fall camp video clips does not sell me the Kool-Aid. I'm a longtime Hog fan. I know better. Now, I do want to ask you this, Transplant text. I see the comments was watching it. It's interesting because usually they do little highlights, or it'll be a over-the-shoulder catch on the DB. And
well, we saw the Antonio Jordan one earlier in the week, going up one-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, last year's it was Ty Washington catching the ball and Tyrone Brody.
Yeah.
So we've all seen firsthand what that gets you. And what was it? In the midst of SummerSlam going on, I was watching last night and they mentioned one of the wrestlers because I forget where he played football in college at, but he was on the Ravens as an undrafted free agent, but he's in WWE now. His name's Braun Raker, and they were talking about how he runs. He was clocked at 23 miles an hour, and they're like hyping all this stuff up. And I hear that now just because knowing like that Arkansas does this stuff too, and I'm just kind of like, man, that ain't nothing. Like, y'all keep hyping this up. Y'all keep talking about how fast these guys are. What's that going to get us?
Yeah, is to highlight someone who runs 23 miles per hour in a scripted format such as wrestling. Maybe if he come out to his theme music and run to the ring, you know how to do little things.
Well, I mean, there is several like he's quick. Like one of his main deals is spearing people, and like there was one he came out from the entrance and took off full sprint, dead sprint, and jumped and like speared this dude from like 6 feet away. I mean, I'd play it, but then we'd get a flag or kicked off streaming because they locked down their clips.
Click on the comment. Transplant takes real quick. Brady was a cheat code. Roden was a cheat code last year during fall camp. Let's wait until the rubber meets the road and the lights are on at game time. Absolutely.
Unfortunately, most of our game times are at 11 a.m. So the only light is going to be sunlight.
There you go. All right. Cody said Taylor is going to be a special player second year under by Petrino.
I hope so.
We hope so. I told him at SEC Media Day, hey, we just don't want you running for your life again. Like it's the way the dude reverts once he doesn't see what he wants to see, and then he recognizes I need to take off and run. He does this thing where he runs in reverse for like 7-8 yards, and then tries to outrun someone to the edge using his long stride to get where he needs to go. So I just hope that the offensive line can hold up this year and let him make proper decision. And he has got better within the system. Now, Ty Washington with the comments talking about how the players in the locker room just leave. So it's no real camaraderie. It's no real togetherness in regards to the Arkansas locker room compared to the Notre Dame locker room. That's what I got from that part.
Well, I mean, you got a locker room that's coming off a national championship appearance. So, I mean, I would imagine they're going to be a lot more upbeat than any other locker room, really, for that matter.
Gotcha.
Transplant Texan. Sunlight is a great disinfectant and cure for the overindulgence of the Kool-Aid.
Hey, man. Well said. Well said. Appreciate that. The fact that he said Bobby's his offense is very is not complex at all. It's very basic, is what he said. Very vanilla. One thing I took from that is if you come from Notre Dame as a receiver, you at least have the mental to run complex offenses. I don't like Notre Dame wide receivers. Just not my thing. Same way I don't like Oklahoma quarterbacks. They just don't pan out well. And I'm talking about the ones that they actually recruit from high school, not the one that transfers
in.
Yeah. All these dudes from OU that run systems and win the Heisman, but they trash in the league. Yeah, Sam Bradford. All that. So, yeah. You talk about Kyler Murray or like Baker Mayfield.
Baker.
Yeah.
They're all transfers.
Yeah. So that's a little different. Yeah, but it is what it is. Moving on. Can I get who we talking about?
No, I got one more for you. I don't know if y'all have seen this yet. So this came out of Tennessee. And this is something at least Arkansas is not doing once it loads up here. Loaded. There we go. Nope, wrong one. All right.
Tennessee media team
practice.
They're having to blur out the quarterback.
They blurred out the quarterback that threw the interception. So, out of all of the things that Arkansas's done or put out or whatever, we can safely say that we have never blurred out the quarterback that threw the interception.
This is the thing. Let me say something in that. If it's happening now, we'll be doing it 2 years from now. Don't worry. We're always late to the party. So just hold your horse.
Except on NIL collectives.
That part. We're still trying to get there. But yeah, we're late to the party. Such as, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up. You can take it off the screen. Let me see y'all face. Before we get into this thing, this whole Darren McFadden and this damn patch on the jerseys. Yeah, fuck it. Let's tap into that real quick before we get into these defensive players. So initially, everybody knows, I think when you think of number 5 and you think of Arkansas, you think of Darren McFadden. Like, it's synonymous. It goes together, right? The fact that he was on a radio show. What's the name of the radio? Who was that? Who podcast was that? Who show was that?
Huh?
The one McFadden was on? I want to say that was the Razorback Daily or whatever.
Yeah, he was on with Quinn Grovey, and then
it's a school podcast.
Okay, all right, cool. So they bring in Sam Pittman and Hunt Yurchek sitting side by side, as if they happy to see each other, and they surprise them and say, "Hey, this year we're going to put a patch on the jerseys, and it has DM for Darren McFadden, and then it has like his, the stoic imagery of him running." My question is, why they just can't retire the jersey? A lot of people said the same thing. Now, I did see where he made a comment saying a lot of people say they should just retire the jersey, but I feel like this keeps my name alive.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing PR work.
Okay.
He's just trying to be thankful for whatever he gets, is the way I would put it. Because, we got Burlsworth jersey that's kind of retired or whatever is honored. Why can't we have McFadden's? He's done the most out of for the school. If anything, he's put us on the map more than anybody other than maybe Petrino and his group when, we went to the Sugar Bowl. But somebody there has an issue with building statues and doing what everybody else does.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to continue to hurt us. You're not recognizing the player. This goes back to the conversation we had last year with Harold Harris and the players not being brought back, and they're just continue to basically disrespect them and what they've done for this university and state.
Talking about players being remembered, Ryan Mallett, Alex Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if anything has to be done, maybe we do it year to year. I do know they had like their name on the field. Or their number on the field at some point.
The number for 3 Collins, the 3-yard line had AC on it and stuff like that.
Right. I don't know. Maybe it's something we could do all year long. I don't know. Something needs to be done. But let me get to you real quick, and then we'll jump into it. Fine with the patch. Okay, we know TV commentators always look for team lore to share on the broadcast. Guarantee his legacy share to a new audience. 100-year check and sell patches to fund revenue share. Like Girl Scout patches. All right, Cody. Cody says Sam Pittman has no choice to win, and Bobby hates losing and not going to allow us to have another meltdown season. Not a bad comment here. I feel like this is a situation, if it ever gets bad enough, I could see them two get into it on the sideline. I really could see Bobby Petrino just cussing dude out.
Well, like we talked about this last week a little bit on Hog Talk and Transplanted Text and had a lot of comment. And like I was in the boat of, they're copping out. They're not retiring it. They're this, they're that. And some of the comments kind of swayed me to, like if they didn't full on retire it, I kind of get it. Because we're in this world of everybody gets a number. No, I'm not saying everybody gets a number retired. There's only so many numbers. We know that. We're not Colorado. We're not retiring Shadur Sanders for having whatever he went in college football, or in Colorado.
13 and 12.
Yeah. We're not going for a 500 record and you get your jersey retired. I guess I still think the patch is a slight cop out. The more that I hear the players, talking, which again, everything is kind of a PR deal. Hearing Cam Ball talk about it, like being honored to wear it. Like I get that, especially being on defense and getting that honor. I guess I'm just in the, the mindset of like doing like Michigan and some other schools have done, LSU, you're like, hey, your top running back, if they are deemed worthy enough, like they get number 5.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I feel like we're in a day and age that players are tied to their own personal numbers too much. And then the players with the transfer portal and whatnot, they don't have deep ties to Arkansas.
Right.
So
Raheem Boyd.
They only know the lore of Darren McFadden. Their family may not even really like be that much, care that much, about like who Darren McFadden was,
right.
Whatever. And so I think that that part of it's kind of going away because you don't have as much homegrown talent coming in. And we just live in a world now that it's about the money. It's not about feeling, a sense of ownership or they have no ties here. They don't care. It's about a paycheck. That's the bottom line. Gotcha. And then all these kids too, I mean, they're too young. They didn't get to watch Darren McFadden.
Right.
But, we get into we've talked about like Ryan Mallett and Alex Collins, Chris Smith, these ones that have recently passed. And it's like, yeah, you think of running backs at Arkansas, you think number 5.
Correct.
Point blank period, nothing else. Right. Then you run into the issue of multiple players. Who do you think of when you see 22?
Arkansas 22.
Hillis.
Hillis.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't Caleb Miller 22?
Yeah.
Wasn't. There's multiple players that you start getting into there. I think 15. I think Ryan Mallett. That was even before Ryan Mallett's death.
Yeah.
But then that's one of those things that, and some players may not. I'm not saying that they don't care, but they haven't been here long enough to care. It means something to everybody else, but it may not necessarily mean anything to them. So, if the patch is what you're going to do because you're not going to retire it, that's fine. Whatever.
Now that you've got off your soapbox, let's go ahead and dig into these positions, and then we're going to go ahead and pay some bills after a while. Let's get into these positions. I would ask a question. I think I already know the answer. Can we get the linebackers first? I'm not even going to ask what you want to do first. Let me get this comment. Brandon Burrsworth's jersey retirement and legacy is kept alive due to the Burrows kids in every game. Y'all forgot that little section of fans, young players. Jersey retirements alone have forgotten. It's a recency bias issue. Well said. Well said. I can dig that.
Travis Hunter is like it with Colorado. You won the Heisman. But at the same time, why didn't you? I mean, there was another Colorado player that won the Heisman.
Salon?
Yeah, where his number's not retired.
Yeah.
So
I digress.
it's what have you done for me recently?
Anything, anything to keep positive light on the university. So that's what they did. It was weird to me as usual. I mean, I definitely thought it was weird for those guys because their numbers retired, but it is what it is. It kept us talking about Colorado longer than we need to, and they were not in the college playoff. So, oh well, it worked essentially. All right, let's go ahead and dig into these linebacker groups. Joseph Witt.
Oh man, I don't have sound clip queued up.
Preston Davis.
You know, there's we're in a period now making these for the different position groups. Like maybe it's shame on me. There's a lot of names I don't know, whether it's young guys, whether it's transfers in, whether it's people that have just been on the bench.
Why is that sounds familiar.
Now I will say out of this, obviously, sorry. I mean, I'm looking at Bradley Shaw. I said last year that I wanted to be kind of get a lot more playing time than he did. I mean, we saw glimpses of him.
Yeah.
Sam Pittman, obviously, he loves dicks.
I think he's gonna do it.
Well,
if you don't know what he's referring to during SEC Media Day, Coach Sam Pittman had a comment where he get ready to speak on a player. He was like, "I love dicks." Speaking on
Stephen Dix,
but of course, you know who, Mr. Petty on the screen. He just clipped it and sent it to the group chat. Sam Pittman saying, "I love dicks."
That was actually me.
That was him. Thanks.
That was you. You've been around him too long.
I knew Adam would like it.
But you know, out of this though, there's just a lot of names. There's a lot of unknown in this group.
Very much so.
I think Bradley Shaw. I think Xavier Sorey. If I had to go with a freshman, I'm looking at Tavion Wallace. He's one out of high school that I had watched. And you know, a lot of these other guys, I just don't know.
Wyatt Simmons. I'm just trying to that sounds way familiar to me. I don't know. I'm about to look him up real quick. Either way it go, Arkansas reluctantly this past couple of years has gone to the transfer portal in order to fill up the roster of players worthy to start and wear the uniform. So a lot of these guys, they need to develop these guys, such as we talk about offensive, defensive line, get some guys. My sister watching. Thank you, sis. Appreciate you for sharing on Facebook. 10 linebackers shorter than 6'3", prototypical linebacker size, a problem. Tucker, you're absolutely right. I was going to get to that in a second. Yeah, some of these dudes, yeah. In order to compete in the SEC, you have to have what's my guy's name? What's Auburn coach had a clip?
Hugh Freeze.
Yeah, the clip.
Oh man,
yeah. You'll put it together at some point.
Yeah, I will.
Look, he talked about different size prototypical linebackers for the SEC. Guys who we look at when it's draft day. These are the type of guys that they look for when they look at size and measurements, speed, etc., as well as stats. So looking at some of these guys on this roster, these 6'1" linebackers. I don't know. I'm not 6'1", so God just didn't bless me with 6'1". It is what it is.
I wish I was like 6'5".
See what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what?
All right, but either way it go, it looks like for the most part the upperclassmen are the guys who transferred in. All the rest of these guys just recently came from high school or are redshirted after high school in hopes to get some playing time so that we can keep these guys and keep retention in the room. Go ahead with it. Go ahead. Write it. You got it?
It's converting right quick. Hang on. You can keep talking.
Gotcha. But
how tall are you? I'm just curious. For y'all that don't know, we've never all met in person. So everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody just be like, "Oh, I thought you guys do a kumbaya," and you guys, no,
nope.
Have. But when I see pictures of Adam and Matt,
it's the same face every time.
You got the same fucking face every time.
It's
just true.
Might have a
hung
cue.
up on the running backs weight, but it is good that you have some that have some.
Hang on real quick. Let's start this over and turn it up a little bit.
So this is Hugh Freeze talking.
Huh? Yeah.
Hugh Freeze talking about size in in the SEC. Go ahead.
I don't really get hung up on the running backs weight, but it is good that you have some that have some girth to them. But there's no doubt you need length and girth in this league up front.
Yeah.
Very immature. Either way,
I know who would clip that up.
Yeah, nobody but you. But I do want to say this: look at this particular group. I hope some of these young guys, of course, these young guys will be able to get some playing time on special teams. We know how this usually goes. If you're not ready to play, you usually end up playing some special teams at some point. But I do look at the players we have, and I kind of remember the time where we had a couple linebackers, and they played the entire game and were gassed by the fourth quarter. I hope this is not a situation in which Sorry, Dix, and who's the other one?
Shaw.
Yeah, Shaw. It's not a situation where they'll be playing the whole game, and if we can't score, that means the defense will be on the field all night long, and they'll be gassed by the fourth quarter. This is why a lot of people say if Arkansas could just start playing games in the third quarter, they'll win a whole bunch more games. Yeah, because we don't have enough depth, experience, guys.
Austin Simmons is Ole Miss quarterback. Wyatt Simmons is from Searcy.
Okay.
3-star.
3-star.
Let's see. He's 6'1", 225 now. He came in at 6'1", 224. Cool.
Put on some weight.
Actually, no. He was listed at 6'3", 215. So he shrunk 2 inches.
He shrunk 2 inches. Oh, okay. So this makes more sense now when I see the Davion, what's his name? Davion Dozier.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Cal, and all of a sudden he got swole. 13 linebackers, no depth. No, definitely no depth.
No, was that Dozier?
Desmond James.
Desmond James.
Desmond James. Yeah, Trinidad James. Look, the dude ran a slant. He caught three balls in the game, the bowl game.
Mm-hmm. All season.
100. Yeah, and just hit the portal, and all of a sudden he ended up at Cal, and now he looks like DK Metcalf. He just transformed his body, and now all of a sudden it makes Arkansas.
The problem for him is he transferred to Cal.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying he would have had a hell of a lot better season here,
right?
But he ain't got much out there either.
I don't remember a quarterback coming out of Cal since
Jared Goff.
Oh, well, Goff.
Jared Goff.
You remember his college career?
I thought Goff went to Memphis. Who was it that went to Memphis?
No, he knows Memphis.
I don't know.
You remember Jared Goff playing at Cal?
No.
It's okay, but you just do the facts. Okay.
But he went there.
Gotcha.
From 2013 to 2015.
He went there. Gotcha. So, but yeah, I don't remember Jared Goff. He was not a household name in college out of Cal, but he did go to Cal.
You know who was a household name out of college from Cal?
Marshawn Lynch.
I was actually going to go Steve Slayton.
Deshaun Jackson.
Wait, was Steve Slayton West Virginia?
Yeah.
Yes, West Virginia.
Who was the running back at Cal? He used to be
Lynch.
That was before Marshawn. I think it was before him.
Before Marshawn Lynch?
Y'all keep talking. I'll figure this out.
White was at West Virginia with Geno Smith and Tavon Austin.
I think Tavon Austin, maybe. I know.
I don't know. As you look at that, I'll just say this right here. We don't have enough linebackers with enough experience to give these guys a breather.
Javid Best is who I was thinking of.
Oh, the running back, Javid Best. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He ended up playing for Detroit.
I think so.
Yeah. But this particular linebacking group, and I like the starting linebackers. It's just the fact that we don't have enough guys behind them with enough experience in order to give these guys a breather in the game. Like, if I'm an offensive coach and you put any one of these 6'1", 6'3", 230 dudes, freshmen, red shirt, whatever's, I'm going right at them. I'm calling the play right at them because there's no way that they really know what the hell's going on. they haven't have enough real time game reps. So it's going to be a situation where they have to figure that out, and hopefully, it's going to be the same way with the defensive line because they don't have enough depth as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys do and how they're going to be able to last throughout the year as far as the depth that is provided on the said roster right here. Anything you got to say? I'm about to tap into these comments for a second.
No, not real. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of unknown here. A lot of the younger guys that transfers in. I mean, this is what adds to like my overall like. I don't call it pessimism, but like what I'm predicting for this season. Now, if some of these guys show up and show out, more power to them.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know that that's going to happen because there's not enough on any of these guys.
Give me a Billy Richmond in basketball type of guy. And I say that to say this. I didn't know who the hell Billy Richmond was going into the basketball season. I also seen when they put up the starting lineups, he was not involved in the starting lineup. But when he got in the game, I was like, what's his name again? Richmond. Like I knew who he was because of the effort he put into his play. Hey, Billy. That's the one you want to put on there.
And I mean, a lot of it took too him getting more or less butthurt for lack of playing time.
Mm-hmm.
Cal setting him straight, and him getting his butt back in the gym.
Yep.
Because he thought it was going to be easy when he stepped on campus, and there was more to it. But he proved. I mean, he clearly proved, and he's only going to get better.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see exactly who comes out of this room and actually pops out of nowhere. Tucker would have commented, if Arkansas plays 3-man front a lot, likely giving the D-line room, then does this linebacker core crop give you confidence? Hell no.
Mm-mm.
Hell no.
Well, those top 3 names are the only ones that I have somewhat confidence in.
That's it.
Tavian Wallace, maybe because of the hype around him, will be the only other one that jumps out to me. But I agree with you.
But the freshman and the learning curve.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to get exposed by somebody.
And if that's the case, if you really think that's a possibility, you got to play him in the first game. The same way I said I need to see the backup quarterback in the first game last year, you got to start playing these young guys early. It's no need you saving their ass until the end of the season when you then about to lose your job as a coach, and you try to throw these guys in here. Some of these guys decided they're not going to play, trying to look at their status for the NFL, and all of a sudden you put these young guys in here who does nothing but run down the field on kickoff. Like this, you cannot do that. You got to put these guys in position to where you're up, and these guys can get valuable reps, not just in non-conference games either. Not against Alabama A&M. Put their ass in the game versus Notre Dame. Put them in the game versus LSU. Yeah, you got to give them real reps. Give them a shot. That's all I'm saying.
Hart, have you heard anything about the linebackers out of practice yet? I haven't.
I haven't heard anything yet. The only thing I've heard is that we might run a 3-3-5 this year quite a bit, but I haven't had any practice detail yet.
Yeah, don't do that. Thank you, Tucker.
I think I may have some stuff, especially next week going into the offensive line and stuff. I'll have some info.
Which linebacker can be a Grant Morgan?
Look at the last half of your list. Yeah.
Maybe this Wyatt Simmons from Cersei. I honestly don't know.
But
I really don't.
I'm at a loss for a lot of this just because like we're getting to this point that I think a lot of fans, I mean not just us and others, seeing 3-star after 3-star after 3-star, and I'm not trying to take a shot at these guys by any means, but between that and between the transfer portal, we don't see these guys coming up. We're not watching their recruiting.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
We're not paying attention. And then they get here, and then it's just kind of like, hey, who the fuck is this guy? Like, we don't know who you are.
Right.
And then are they going to be here next year?
And that's a lot of it, too. And that's why, like, a lot of it, I'm just, like, not necessarily if you're a junior, hell, if you're even a sophomore, because, you know, when we get into the offensive line, Matt's favorite, Shat McCrory, he the transfers, he's a sophomore now, but like the transfers in when they're, juniors, seniors, whatever, there's a little bit more, I'm not going to say hype, but there's a little bit more, there's more film on him. There's more talk about him, kind of like with Sorry. There wasn't a whole hell of a lot on him, but you knew who he was.
Right.
It was the same thing with Drew Sanders when he came in.
Yeah.
You knew who he was. He didn't play hardly at all at Alabama. But it's one of these things that those guys had something to go on. A lot of these guys that we've had come in don't have much to go on.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think looking at this particular group, and guys and gals that's watching, this is part of when we get to the end of this summer sessions and we do our projections, season projections for the team. These are some of the things that's going to help you make these decisions. Because you got to believe, if you cry every year about the schedule being so hard, and you look at the guys that we consider to be the returning starters, and we don't know half of these guys who are not the starters, it just makes you wonder about, if these guys can really help the defense when they're put in a position to be put on the island, basically. You see what I'm saying? So just trying to pay attention to it. This is the thing where I'm now going to start looking at their stats during the season to see if they record some real stats other than special teams play. Like, can we be in a legit game, and then you telling me that Sorry got a little dinged up? Who you gonna put in the game for? If you tell me that Steven Diggs, hell, it may be gas after running somebody down, who can you put in the game for him? One of these young guys, and give them guys an opportunity. Drew Sanders was a transfer from Bama. Yep. These guys are not transferred from Bama. Damn. Okay.
Well, I mean, Sorry, Georgia. Drew Sanders, Bama. I mean, when we get into the D-backs, Jaheim Singletary, when we had Danico Slaughter, like all these guys came from Tennessee, from Georgia, from Bama. It's one of those things that I kind of feel like they fell to us.
Bradley Shaw, he came from South Carolina.
Bradley Shaw we got him from Hoover, Alabama, as a freshman.
Gotcha.
He got a little bit of playing time in Arkansas last year. He was one that, like, in high school, I was like, this kid is an SEC linebacker.
It was a dude who caught the. Oh, he transferred. Damn. Remember the guy who played last year? And I want to say it was Shaw, but it wasn't Shaw. It was a guy who he got in the game against first Arkansas Pine Bluff, caught an interception and ran it back. I cannot think of his name, but he transferred out. He was one of those young linebackers who was like, okay, he came in with SEC linebacker size.
Brad Spence.
Brad
Hell
Spence.
yeah, that's who it is. And I'm just like, okay, this is the guy who actually had SEC size for a linebacker coming out of high school. We see this at other major universities every year, and all of a sudden we got a guy. Then we seen him put it on film as a true freshman. Catch it.
Didn't he get one against Florida?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
he got that one he ripped out. Yeah, and now he's in Texas.
Right. See what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that. I'm like, that was a guy who showed promise. And if for some way we could have kept him in rotation and keep some retention, we can work with something. But you bring these guys in with 2 years to play, Sorry, Dix, and then you just hope for the best. But you need 4 or 5 guys, whether they don't play or they barely play, you need some continuity. You need some retention at some point. Or some guys who actually seen the field that we can actually say, okay, yeah, he wears this number type situation. All right, we're going to move on. You got anything else on linebackers before we pay some bills and get into these DBs?
Nah, I'm good.
Hart, what about you?
No, I ain't got anything.
All right, boom. Flip the script. We got to pay these bills real quick. Y'all stay locked in. We'll be back to talk about these DBs. Just stay right there.
Let's step out of the batter's box for a second and talk about something just as important as Arkansas baseball. Your home. Our teammates over at Premium Supply are the heavy hitters of home improvement. They've got all the tools you need to knock your next project out of the park. Siding, soffit, columns, windows, doors, vents, decking, the whole lineup. Whether you're building from the ground up or just doing some infield maintenance, Premium Supply is your go-to utility player. With locations in Conway, North Little Rock, Russellville, and Jonesboro, there's always a Premium Supply nearby ready to step up to the plate. So if you're looking for big league products with all-star customer service, take a swing at www.premiumsupplyllc.com. Use promo code HOGHQ for a 5% discount on your next purchase. Premium Supply, where we treat each of our customers like one of the family.
Shout out to Premium Supply. If you have any home improvement needs, please make sure to reach out to those guys. Please mention Hog HQ Live as you get a quote or get them to do business for you, and make sure to get your discount for mentioning Hog HQ Live. The linebackers, they're done. Damn, it's a lot of DBs. Jaden, Selman Bridges. Selman Bridges was highly touted out of school. This Selman Bridges was the same guy who was 6'4" out of high school, right? So I was like, oh, we never had a 6'4" DB. Yeah, he was a 6'4" DB. Put on a little weight because he was a little small as a freshman. Got some experience on special teams, stuck his nose in there a little bit. Now it looks like he's going to be one of the guys. This particular group is going to be interesting to me because I like the starters out of the linebacker group. I like the starters out of linebacker, but I have no idea who the hell these other dudes are, right? No shade to them, but they haven't put any tape up in a Razorback uniform for me to really follow. This DB room is kind of interesting. So I talked about continuity and retention in the other group. This guy got a couple guys, and it's interesting via the portal. Some from high school, most of the portal. But it's interesting. Jaheim Singletary. You know, he was transferred from Georgia. Everybody said, oh, Georgia just won championship again. And you telling me he's going to leave Georgia and then all of a sudden he's at Arkansas? I thought Drew Sanders immediately. You just came from a winning program and now all of a sudden you leave because they keep hiring. I mean, they keep hiring. Yeah, now they're hiring guys, not recruiting. But they actually are hiring and recruiting guys who are rated better than you the year you came in as a freshman. So I said, okay, he can come to Arkansas and just start immediately, looking at who we had on the roster. So it's interesting that he kind of fell off last year. I don't know if it was injury or other players just passed him up on the depth chart as far as work ethic within practice, but he just fell off. His name just kind of just disappeared a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see how he bounces back this year. People talk about Pringle, not the basketball player. No, that's the basketball player talking about. They didn't talk about him. Who else they talking about on the DB? Who the hell are these dudes?
Exactly.
Who is these motherfuckers? Now
Canal Walker's from Oklahoma. Julian Neal is from Fresno State. And let's see, Shakir Smalls is from Maine. I know that.
I just remember him because his name was Shakir Smalls, and then I'm thinking like Biggie Smalls Tupac. And it's cut off right here because it's too many names. But under Larry Worth, there's another red shirt senior, and his name is Jordan Young. So Caleb Wooden's the Auburn transfer. Larry Worth, yeah.
Questions, gentlemen. Shakir Smalls came red shirt senior. He came from where?
Smalls came from Maine.
You ever seen Maine on TV?
No.
Exactly.
I haven't.
Okay.
How did he end up in Maine?
Is there any black people in Maine?
I'm just throwing out because I was talking about the DBs that made me think about this. LSU has signed the number one cornerback in the country. His name's last December. He's going to be on their team this year. His name's DJ Pickett. He's 6'5", 195, and he's a D-back.
Okay, I'm gonna say that they inflating these numbers. There's no way that he's 6'5". He's probably 6'3" though. He's probably 6'3". Yeah, he's bigger than anybody in this room except Larry Worth. He may be bigger. I do want to get this comment, Tucker. Tucker, you keep coming with these comments on X. I appreciate you, brother. Selman Bridges needs to take a step up this year. He definitely does. I think he was one of those guys when he came out of high school that he was very highly touted. Damn, I just thought about it. What's the dude from Frisco, Texas that balled out as a freshman? He transferred out. Where did he go? Young? That was his name. Young? What's his name?
Was it transfer out like this?
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah.
Let me just look at the transfer portal.
Somebody, they said he was hurt, and then they was like, oh, he's faking. He's just trying to get.
Talking about Jalen
Braxton.
Hell yeah.
He's Ole Miss now.
He was fine. So
Played with the first game, I think it was.
Yeah, and then he
Yeah.
sat on the sideline with his
Mhm.
double chain and sunglasses on during night games.
Yep.
Why he can't wear chains and glasses? What's the problem with that?
I mean, he can with that NIL money that he got.
Thank you. Just do what the fuck you want to do. Dallas Young also was a young guy that was very promising.
Patrick Kudus was one, but that's his offensive line.
Didn't he get hurt again?
He's the one that was hurt and then got them to not use or to use the red shirt, and then he finessed Pittman for his red shirt, and then he transferred out. Yeah, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about the tight end with the
Lucas, who's not going to play this season because he broke his ankle, fractured his ankle.
Which is not funny.
No, it's not. But
he left Arkansas.
And that's why Arkansas didn't keep him, was because they thought he was too injury prone and just wasn't worth the money he was wanting. So that's part of the reason why he's gone. And they really like who they got, but we'll get to that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we will. And he had an interview the other day too. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Akari Johnson. Akari Johnson is from Jersey, I want to say. Played a little bit last year. Definitely was able to get in there because some other guys got injured. It was some lack of depth within there. Yeah. Pittman finesse. How in the world? Yeah. He got finesse. He liked dude. He treated him like that was his son or something, man. He really trusted that guy. And the dude finessed the coach, man. I said, damn it, Samuel. You just keep getting finessed by these players who just understand how the game go. And you behind. But I have no idea. What are we looking at as boundary? Who are we looking at corner and safety? And this is both of them.
Yeah, that's everybody. Because we just list everybody as DBs.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Larry Worth played some safety and he played DB. I mean, he played cornerback.
Played nickel back, yeah.
Yeah. So, so Larry Worth, we know is going to be in the starting lineup.
Worth, Singletary, and Selman Bridges, I would put out there.
You said Bridges, Worth, who else? Singletary?
Jaheim Singletary.
I think you're going to see Quintavious Scandrett.
Yep, that's where I was going to go next.
Shakur Smalls, I don't know that guy.
I think Jaheim Singletary going to fall out the loop again.
He was the one last year that I picked, like, hey, this is going to be like a guy to watch. And then
he just disappeared. So I'm saying, as of right now, I know practice just started. If you can tell, if you listen to Coach Pittman long enough in his speech, you can tell who he really likes. You can tell who's really making an impact based on his conversation and how he mentioned these players. Singletary's not coming up anywhere again.
He brought up Neal.
There you go.
An interception. Davila, he brought up that he was.
Who is Tucker? Somebody shout out Tucker, man. Tucker got all the info I'm talking about. Davila. So I think Davila transferred in. I think I seen Biddy with some clip, kind of watching his back pedal, see how he react to the ball. That's definitely a guy I think he's supposed to be playing safety. Davila. A lot of guys.
He's the one from Northwest Mississippi Community College.
They produce some dogs down there. Let me not, it's I probably know more dudes name recognition from there than from Maine. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so Davila, Worth, Bridges.
I think you're looking at Quintavious Scandrett.
Okay. And is Scandrett listed as an actual safety? 6'3", 210. That's nice size as safety.
I don't even know what they have him listed at.
Because if he playing cornerback, he got some hell of a hips to be swiveling and turning his hips like that and running. So it'd be interesting to see if he can play center field or play too high and be able to lock down one side of the field on D-ball. We definitely need somebody who can do that and take it away. And I think I got my eye on Akari Johnson. I do remember Akari Johnson. And it was one of those players that I thought would transfer out. When some of those young players like Dallas Young transferred out, I thought Johnson would be one of those guys. With the fact that he's here, it's a possibility he might be in the mix. So I got my eye on Johnson this year.
What about Landon Phipps? You got your eye on him too? A new Hoodie Island?
Is it because he's white? Is that what you're telling me?
Maybe a little bit.
Hey man, I don't know about the young man. He's 6 foot 188. Hey, It depends on how many miles per hour he can run. That's what I'm telling me.
17.
Oh, Tucker said Neal. Okay, Julian Neal.
Julian Neal out of
60.
Fresno State.
Okay, Fresno State plays some ball now. Fresno State, you can catch them on a good Thursday night game, playing some real deal ball. So yeah, Tucker. Hey man, you on to something, brother? I'm gonna have to keep my eye on this dude. Other than that, that's all I get. I'm trying to see if these dudes don't do something. Yeah,
They need to do better than they did last year. I'll say that because the secondary struggled last year.
I need to look up and see because Miguel Mitchell came from Florida. And I need to see because he started at safety in 8 games, played in 11. So I need to see here it actually tells me he had 6 tackles and a pass breakup versus Arkansas. Okay.
Versus Arkansas alone.
Yeah, just Arkansas.
Hmm.
His stats at Florida were, let's see, as a freshman, 13 games, 15 tackles, 1 forced fumble. Then as a sophomore, 11 games, he was hurt in 2, 37 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 interception, 2 pass deflections.
Hmm.
And then he was on Arkansas's roster last year, 5 games, 20 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 interception. He got lost in the mix.
He didn't do shit. Transplant Texas, Sam Boy, who will have one legacy game to carry his career? Hey man, y'all gonna get off my boy. And look, I need to start looking at the Raiders training camp to see my boy going.
All they're talking about is Tom Brady and Raiders gear at training camp.
Well, I tell you what, Hudson Clark gonna be out there doing like this. He said the white DBs are back.
He is not homeboy up in Philadelphia. Cooper DeJean.
Dude, I seen a Facebook post. This is why Facebook be full of shit. And a dude made a clip and said Cooper DeJean made the interception and ran it in for a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Now kids that look like him will now have someone to look up to.
Is that why Scatterboo's so popular?
No, Scatterboo fine. Scatterboo got that sauce too. He just played for the Giants, and they're gonna be trash.
He'll be the equivalent of Peyton Hillis with the Giants.
Peyton Hillis was on Madden
With the Browns, or was that with the Giants?
It was Browns.
It was the Browns. But I'm saying, Scatterboo, from looking at what they have, I think they still got Tracy at running back. Scatterboo is gonna be the goal line running back. So I'll take him on parlays or something on 0.5 touchdowns, or you know what I'm saying?
They better hope he does something because they got Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. If I was Malik Neighbors, you got rid of Danny Dimes for these guys. Because I'll say this, as much hate as Danny Dimes gets or got, he has identical stats to Trevor Lawrence. Ain't nobody talking shit about Trevor Lawrence.
Well, that's because he's the great white hope and he got long hair. He looked like sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want him to do well. Like aesthetically, looking at him, you want him to do well. I get it. It's hard pressed to find a nice, traditional, nice looking in the face, traditional white quarterback. It's the Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, that shit over with. So now you got guys.
So you think that Peyton Manning was nice to look at?
I didn't say that. What
I'm saying is, I think you did say that.
So between Peyton, people look at Brady and said that he was attractive, right? They say he was an attractive guy, right?
Is that what you said?
That's not what I said. That's what people said, and I'm not people. So looking at it, Peyton Manning was the guy who statistically and on the field made it happen. So somewhere between Brady's looks, right, and the chick that he's with, right, and then you got big forehead, right, and the coach uniform, and he dicing defenses up. So you got to get them dudes props. It's no more of those guys. Ben Roethlisberger was not included in that, right? So at this
there's
point,
reasons he wasn't included in that.
There you go, because he was in Georgia doing things he had no business doing. But I digress. But they looking for the next guy, and your boy in Jacksonville, He looks the part now. Hey, you just put him in. What's the Palomalo was in a commercial.
Head and Shoulders.
There you go.
I
But
think
he got to win some games.
Mm.
We talk about Jacksonville. We're gonna be talking about Travis Hunter, goof ass, and his girlfriend, his wife, that's trying to divorce him because he's a simp. But other than that, the quarterback, yeah, they should have traded him 2 years.
So what's your? I mean, like we're gonna run down this real quick. So where do you put like? I'm trying to think of quarterback. Like where's Jared Goff on your list of attractive male quarterbacks?
I don't necessarily have a list. That means I would actually have to look at these gentlemen and actually put them on a rating. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Are we only judging with white quarterbacks?
This is the conversation that started, and you act like I started it. This is what's interesting. We just
Can
have
Dak Prescott fall on this list or anywhere?
He's a bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even. He's just so.
This conversation's gone off the rails.
There you go. It is. So this is what happened. Trevor Lawrence. See, got that Fabio here, man. Telling you, people like him. They want to like him, but he's just trash, and he has not lifted that team up. They need him to do well. You in Florida, bro? Like it's good weather.
You're in Jacksonville, then.
I'm gonna be in London before too long.
Yeah. They might as well just hit the transfer portal with that whole team and send Travis over there to find another wife in London. Maybe he'll do better on the second time around.
Ninja Turtle.
There you go. Anyway, so what did we learn this evening about the linebackers and DBs for Arkansas?
There's a lot of unknown.
It's a lot of unknown.
There's a lot of questions.
It's a lot of questions.
But I feel like that could work to their advantage because there's not necessarily a bunch of overhype around any one person. There's not high expectations for any one person outside of like Xavier Sori.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody else, it's like play the underdog role then. They don't know you. So, you know, I will say though, is if you have slow linebackers, and we've seen it before, and having shorter linebackers, they better watch over the middle passes. They better watch those slants or they're going to get eaten alive.
Drag route, etc. Yeah. We definitely seen other teams do it and always ask, why we can't do that? Why we just can't throw it?
Because you don't know how to use Tesla.
Dude. Just saying. Out of this particular group, before we close out this evening, I do see with the whole season being healthy as healthy can be, regardless of the record, I see Sori as the one that's gonna get drafted. Yeah. Sori, I don't see a defensive back out of that group that's gonna get drafted. Like, and I'm talking about like fourth round. Actually.
Not 7 rounds.
Yeah,
Not the
as of right now.
Compensatory picks.
Yeah, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, looking at what's been put on tape by these guys, I don't see a defensive back that can do it. But it's going to be interesting with not having a lot of depth on the pass rusher, and we'll get to O-line and D-line at some point. But
next week.
Yeah, so looking at what it looks like, I'm already starting to form my opinion on what we look like defensively. Because unless Petrino, Taylor Green can ride, what's his name, Mike Washington, and we'll get into Mike Washington, the running back everybody been talking about. If they can find a way to, what's the phrase I'm looking for?
Him or Braylon Russell need 250 carries this season.
But and I'm gonna say this, and we haven't even got on running backs yet. The fact that they keep talking about Mike Washington and nobody's talking about Braylon Russell after the Braylon Russell saga last year, where all of a sudden he dipped, talked about I'm leaving, then he coming back. Then was it about money? Then was it about his dad? He got to show up. He got to show up.
He got his paycheck.
There you go.
That's the world we live in these days.
You can't get your paycheck and get your ass out rolled over by a new dude who put his head down and just play. Talking about Mike Washington.
Well, and I think that's the difference between some of these guys that went to smaller universities, work their way up to the SEC.
Yep.
Weren't just expected to come in and be handed everything.
Correct.
So we'll see. But no, I think that there's a lot of names with the linebackers and with the D-backs, but I don't think there's a lot of depth there because there's too much unknown. Because I just don't think there's a whole lot there. I have to trust in, because I will say, out of all the coaches, and this isn't a shot at Bobby Petrino or anything, it's just a shot at the offense overall. But I trust our defensive staff more than our offensive staff.
Yeah, Woodson, T. Will, definitely been doing their thing. They've been going to get these nice recruits. Who? Dick Adams. Yep. Let me get this comment. But Braylon Russell left the right way, so Pittman will always have a place for him. Are you talking about the comment of we've hit the portal, they can't come back? Yeah.
How many of came back now? Don't forget, and we'll talk about them in a couple of weeks, but we got AJ Green back.
Oh, that shit gonna be good. All right, look, I forgot all about that. All right, look, guys, you see it at the bottom of the screen. Like, subscribe, select all notifications, tell a friend, and we are always on this channel, and we tapping in. And my guy just put down his belt so he can watch WrestleMania.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar came back. Spoiler alert! Somebody already spoiled it for me.
Y'all gonna have to send me the clips, dude. Brock Lesnar, fine. He was fine.
So
this is before wrestling got real fake. With that being said, we are out of here. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. So I can let these guys watch SummerSlam so they can have their little popcorn and Twizzlers.
I don't think Matt watches it.
You watch it? It's just you.
I used to when I was younger, but
you never
know what's going on.
We might have a Hog HQ live wrestling edition.
Hey man, cut the show off, man.